Hello and welcome to the Weekly Song Podcast, episode 189. This is the podcast where myself, Roger, and Declan here.
Hello.
We each write a song in the space of a week, bring them to this podcast, and discuss how we wrote the songs. How's it going, Declan?
It's going good. I like how excited you were there. Just 189.
Well, I mean, off camera before this, we had a few takes where I said, and I didn't quite get my words out.
Exactly right.
So I wanted to really enunciate those syllables. So, yeah.
189.
That's how many episodes we've done. Okay. How's writing been for you this week?
Very last minute. I've ended up busy again.
I can relate.
Why do I do this?
Pleased with the results, though?
It's a song.
It's a song.
I got something done.
That's the main thing.
Yeah.
It's not bring the best song in the world to the Weekly Song Podcast. It's bring a song to the Weekly Song Podcast.
First, you must make it exist. Then you can make it good.
Just like the memes say on Instagram.
Exactly.
Yeah. We're going to return to Instagram memes later. One influenced my song this week.
Ooh.
So, but yeah, anyway, but enough about that. Enough about my song. This week, you're up to bat first. So what have you brought us?
A song, would you believe it?
What?
I know, right? Thought we'd try something a bit different. So this week, my song is called Lifeless, working title. Probably going to change if ever I do anything with it. And it goes like this.
So that was Declan's song for episode 189. That was Lifeless.
How dare you?
You set me up for that one. You scoundrel. No, that wasn't Lifeless at all. That was a really upbeat, nice song. It's great. Really, really good.
Thank you.
Tell us about it. How did this one begin?
So this one began when I ran out of time.
I'm always running out of time.
Yes. Yes, I am. Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday, I was busy editing the previous week's video podcast. Mm-hmm. Wednesday was D&D night. Mm-hmm. Friday was sort of prepping for recording a Q&A video the following day.
For your DOK channel.
Indeed.
Like and subscribe. Sorry,
see, it's nice that you say it because I don't.
but it happens.
The sentiment is implied. Saturday was work in the morning, recording in the afternoon. Sunday afternoon was recording the monthly cover podcast, which you can find in the description, possibly, maybe, if I remember to put it in there.
On all good places on the internet.
Indeed.
All the same places you're listening to or watching this, in fact.
Verily. So, not a lot of time. So, I realised halfway through recording my Q&A video, like, oh, whoops. I have not managed my time particularly well this week.
I mean, you kind of have, though, because you had a full plate. It's not like you kind of had two things to do and you're like, whoops. Like, it was all full stuff.
You're very kind. But I basically got the chords together on Sunday morning, and then the words were like last thing at night before I went to bed.
Yeah, I've had a couple of those ones myself.
We have. This
Yeah.
is the challenge with writing weekly.
Yeah.
Like, sometimes the weeks just don't work out in your favour.
If it makes you feel any better, I'm doing Inktober this month, where you do a drawing a day. All of mine have been in bed at 11:45 before I like hit the pillow. I'm like, oh shit, I've got to do a drawing. So I can relate. Yeah.
Yeah, it's one of those fun things when you set yourself up with deadlines, and deadlines that you can't miss as well. I can't be
Yeah.
Douglas Adams about this one.
Possible title.
So when I was writing in the morning, I just kind of wanted to get something open-ish that I could put various things onto. Something not too out there, nothing too specific. So I ended up playing around with a C major 7. Those are the best chords.
You do like your major sevens, you're diminished.
Yep, those are.
Those two actually go together really well. Open up your mind and let me slip inside.
It's getting close to that,
Yeah.
isn't it? Open up your mind and let me step. No, I used to know it. Anyway, ended up coming with that little thing on the front of it. It's just for those listening rather than watching. That's E to D to B, all over the C chord.
Nice.
To make things a bit easier for myself, rather than switching between that chord and that chord, that is a C major 7 played on the 3rd fret and a G major played on the 3rd fret. I decided to move it up to the top of the neck, the C chord, to the 8th fret.
Nice. Basically taking the same phrase, moving it.
Yeah, just revoicing it slightly. Then just a little hammer on the G. Yeah, and then your verses are just C major 7 over C major 7 over A, which could be interpreted as A minor sus 2. Oh, sorry, A minor 7 sus 2.
Very nice. Okay.
And then that G again.
That's kind of your reset point, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And originally the song was going to be like a bit slower, like
Yeah, like a little ballad.
a little bit. And then I got bored.
Then the coffee kicked in. Yeah.
Exactly. So I thought, okay, that's nice and open. You could write something happy on that, maybe. You could write something sad on that, maybe. You could write something that makes you feel ambivalent over that.
It's open-ended, isn't
Yeah.
it? Yeah.
And then chorus is just E minor to a G to a D. Those are all fun things. This cheeky little B7
Nice, nice.
as your major 3rd in there. So repeat that for a few times. Go to an A minor at the end to reset back to.
To the G. Nice. That chorus you got, the B section, is a nice little circle of chords that you can just kind of go round and round that. It's
In
nice.
theory, you could just that could be like a verse or something. You could just
Right.
loop,
Uh-huh.
which is fun.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. It's nice when you get those circles, you're like, okay, that's a good section I got there. Yeah.
And then you sort of just corrupt that to make the bridge with just a B7 to an E minor. So you've got like the dominant to the minor.
Very nice, yeah.
Well, going back to a D, which is the 7 of the scale, to reset into the final chorus. Bada bing, bada boom.
Yeah. So,
Bob's your uncle, Fanny's your aunt.
And I like to read, and Manuel can't. I don't.
It's a bit highbrow for this show.
Never run any Kant. You know more about Kant than I do, but that's a whole different discussion.
I genuinely know nothing about Kant.
You watch Philosophy Tube?
Yes, that's hardly a glowing like. I'm not a learned scholar or anything. I watch one person on YouTube do a very entertaining video essay.
True. So that's all you kind of had your music. Now, before you got to your lyrics, did you have any little like nuggets of words floating around? But tell us about that.
And I can't believe that you do.
Yeah, I can. Yeah, nice setup. Yeah,
which sort of fits for the chorus. At that point, once I got the music done, it was getting about time that I needed to head over to Rogers for the monthly cover podcast. Why Are You Still Here? Check that out, and then come back and check us out. And then we can just repeat, like in the next episode of the monthly cover podcast,
yeah,
we'll have to put like a little subliminal message like, oh, go and check out the Weekly Song podcast, and just like create this Ouroboros loop of like...
Yes. Excellent.
So did the monthly cover podcast record, got home, and sat down desperately trying to think of some words. Had that little snippet from earlier.
I can't believe do.
Yeah. So that morphed into, and I still believe that you really want the best for me. That's fine. And then I kind of got thinking about, and this will show you how sad I am, I got thinking about Doctor Who.
Okay.
Because of course. So the 7th Doctor has a companion called Ace. Ace is the only companion in the old show who's given proper character development. So she starts off as like this delinquent teenager, like well-meaning, but a 1980s version of Street Smart.
Okay.
Which, because it's on the BBC, she still sounds terribly posh.
That's well funny, yeah.
But in the final season, they do run a story.
Sorry, that got me.
Gordon Bennett.
Give me all your money, I say.
So, yeah, in her final season, they sort of give her a load of stories where it turns out the Doctor is trying to sort of manipulate her for benevolent reasons, because otherwise the Earth will be exploded. But, like, it kind of pokes at her emotional insecurities.
Okay.
And a part of the season is, like, Ace trying to sort of come to terms with her own past and her own future, and also come to understand that this strange man that she's traveling through time and space with can't always be trusted, even if he's on the right side.
That's a really interesting emotional point.
So I abstracted that sort of feeling and put it onto a normal relationship to make it nice and boring. I thought like that's an interesting sort of feel to guide like lyrics that I can write quickly.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, plenty of gold in that mine. Yeah.
I didn't get quite so far as the gold. I think we only got so far as the tin, but...
You are a Cornish boy, I will say that.
You are.
You are, eh?
And I did get there directly. And we, got a load of words out of it. So it's all fairly surface level, fairly vague. But it's kind of about that feeling.
Now, you obviously don't need to go into details if it is personal, but did you kind of go, that's about something I feel in my life? Or is it just like, that kind of tracks onto a narrative that is not Doctor Who?
It doesn't really relate to anything in my life. It's just made up.
Right, yeah. Sometimes a work of fiction in lyrics is a good move, if you like. I need to write a song. Mine is this week.
Well, considering I had about 20 minutes to write it in, that was the main overriding factor.
Yes.
I'll be honest, more than any artistic endeavor. It's like, right, that's an interesting emotion. I think I can write a couple of verses and a chorus about that.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
I did write the chorus first this time.
What?
I know.
This isn't the man I started season 1 with.
All those years ago.
Jeez Louise. 10 years next year. Anyway, I digress. But yeah.
Oh, goodness. Oh, no. It's 10... Oh, we can't be doing this for 10 years.
I listened to like the first episode the other day, and we went, "Hello, it's 2016.
Hello.
We've just started our show."
I've just bought a guitar.
Yeah.
I only started learning last Tuesday, but I'm pretty sure I can do some stuff.
Oh, that's the best song I've ever heard.
My style has not improved since.
I like the way our voices are like 5-year-olds, not 23-year-old or whatever we were.
Oh, my goodness, we were 23.
I know.
Oh, time. What a concept.
You can wear it on your wrist. But anyway, back onto your song.
The past is far behind us.
The future doesn't exist.
What's the time?
It's 8:45.
Time to take a bath.
What do you mean? We're already clean.
Scrub, scrub, scrub till the water's brown.
Don't hug me, I'm scared. Check it out on YouTube. As if they need our support. They're doing fine. Anyway, sorry. Back to your song. I did digress us there massively.
There's nothing really more to say about that one. I struggled to come up with a title for it. Lifeless just comes from the bridge. It's the least cliche title I could pull out of there. And that is the story of this song over. I hope you've enjoyed the tale from its first initial flowering on the fretboard to the lyrical completion to the singing and the playing and the performing today.
I did. I very much did. I know you'll think I'm being overly flattering, as I often sometimes can be, but I wouldn't have thought you'd written this on the last day of the week, first of all. And secondly...
It's me. You should always assume I write things on the last day of the week.
And also, it's so well-rounded that it's like, I don't know, it seems like you took like the whole week to write it, which is just a testament to you as a songwriter, which is a good one, a very good one. So...
You're far too nice.
I'm just being honest. That's all I'm being.
Well, thank you, but you're still being too nice. It's appreciated, but...
Story of my life. Story of my life. What do you call it? Yeah, it's great. How would you produce it, if you were to produce it?
Suggest something maybe a bit disco? I'm not sure. I don't know. I still believe that you really want the best of me, but you just everything I knew. And I need to forget the things you meant to me. Now I've seen you through.
You're doing that quite differently to how you played it in the demo, or not the demo, the performance you did earlier. But you were saying, like, off camera, like, you were kind of picking the song back up, remembering it, and you did a really cool, like, funny rhythm, which I really liked. Yeah, down, yeah, that's nice.
That's because I couldn't remember how I did it.
Happy accident, maybe.
Like, I'm gonna look at this back in the editing and just go, you idiot.
Can't you remember how to play it?
Quite clearly, it was meant to go.
I like that weird syncopated rhythm thing. It's nice. It's a nice move.
Thank you. Yeah, so that's about it for this one. The format dictates.
Yes, it does. I suppose
that we need a second song.
Yeah.
Are you able to grace us with such a song?
I am, thankfully.
Thank goodness.
I brought a song along called, kind of like yours, where I was like, okay, I've written the song. What do I call it?
That's quite a long title for a song.
So I just took the best thing from the lyrics. It's called Mother Nature, Father Time, and it goes like this. changes and they fight for their survival, while the fruits sit on the trees. And for a time, man can live without a rival, until the children are in need. Find your way back home again. You can stay, for it's where you've always been. Missing hours, never need to pass it all. For your power doesn't live behind their walls. Mother Nature, Father Time, and all their children running free thought they'd fostered perfect people, but they don't know what they need.
So that was Roger's song, Mother Nature, Father Time. And if Father Time is watching, could he just rewind time about 5 minutes so I can listen to that again? I absolutely love that. That's a lot of fun, that is.
Thanks very much. Thank you.
It's giving me like Tom Petty vibes. Like,
Oh, thanks.
and I like a little return of like rock Roger, like
Yes.
a little growl on your voice on some of the bits.
He's back, baby.
And like that chorus as well, and some really nice chords in the bridge. Begin. Talk us through this song.
Well, okay, so I wanted to write a strummer, which is the word that kept going through my head.
He's in the Clash. I'm talking about.
You're talking about Petty. But yeah, I've been writing a lot of songs which are like led by the top line. So like, you know, if I'm doing that, I'll go, sometimes I, like the notes at the top of the chord or what I'm singing. You know?
Voice leading is the technical term.
Voice leading, yes. I saw an interview with Hayley Williams the other day where she said that for Paramore she'll write the top line. So I stole that from her. But yeah, voice leading is definitely the correct term. And so I knew I wanted to do something that was like heavier, you know, rockier. I didn't have any chords yet. And then I kind of had that in mind. Like, I want to write something that's a bit more straight ahead. And then I saw somebody online using an E sus4 as like one of the main chords in their song. And I thought, that's using an E sus4, for people listening, it's on a guitar, open E, and then you got B on the A string. So I'm going from low to high strings. E, B, A, no, E, B, E, A, B, E, right, as opposed to an E chord. So you're putting on the...
So you've got an A in there instead of a G sharp.
Instead of a G sharp, yeah. So in A instead of G sharp, yeah. And I just love that as like being in a song.
It gives you a big sense of it gives you a big sense of suspense, doesn't it?
It really does.
It gives you a big sense of suspense, sense of suspense, sense of suspense, sense of suspense, sense of suspense.
And it does, but I mean, I've used sus4 chords all the time. I mean, often you kind of go like, if you're in A major, let's say, you kind of go or something. You know, you just really briefly touch it and then you'd leave again.
It heightens attention for a sec.
For a sec, yeah, but to kind of use it as like the way I wish I could shout this person out, but it's just going through Instagram and it's a reel I'll never find again or something. But someone was using.
Isn't social media great?
I know, right? Yeah, the fleeting experience. But so I had the chord. I was like, okay, I want it to be a strummer. I want it to use E sus4 in some way, and I know that obviously if I'm doing that, then I can resolve to either A major or A minor. So I thought, okay, my song's going to be in A minor. So I know I want it to be a strummer, so I'll start on strumming that E sus4. Go to the E. And then I had this, basically, and I knew I was in A minor. And then the first words that came out of my mouth for some reason were Mother Nature, Father Time.
And sister-in-law economics.
Yeah, she's the one who went to university. So I was like, okay, let's write about that sort of thing. And then that immediately in my head was like, it sounds to me like sort of the acoustic number on a 70s prog rock album where they're talking about, you know, Mordor and dwarves and like really overarching like nature universe
There was a
themes.
wee bit of Zeppelin coming in there.
Yeah, definitely. So I thought I'd go all in on that.
And Gollum and the evil one.
Yeah. So I mean, this is almost like a song that I would write for someone else. This isn't like me expressing myself necessarily. It's just me kind of writing almost to a brief in my own head of like.
This should be a song for you.
right. But like, so yeah, I was just writing around those themes, and I was watching The Last Kingdom. You know, I told you about on Netflix.
Yes.
Well, I was writing around that, and I was watching that, I should say, and I started like writing things to do with like there's a lot of wars and territorial things, and like, you know, battles for Britain. It's set in the 9th century about like the Saxons and the Danes, right? So I kind of had these like bloody battlefield type of imageries going around in my head, and I just kind of wrote about that. And I guess like I'd been seeing a lot about the Palestine situation online.
It's been unavoidable, isn't it?
Yeah. And so it's been on my mind a lot. And so I guess that kind of came out in this song in a way as well.
Interesting. So it's kind of fed from like two very disparate sources.
Yeah, but also very much so. But like they're also quite like, I mean, they're different, obviously, but like it's still kind of on an overarching theme speaks to like mankind, right? I thought if I'm going to go for this overarching thing of like, you know, writing this, you know, bird's eye view type of song that doesn't use I at all. I don't think it doesn't use I at all in this song.
And if it does, we can edit it out.
Yeah, exactly. Just be like a gap of a bar or something. And I thought, yeah, just write something that is in that vein. Do you know what I mean? Like kind of like universal themes and kind of a bit lofty almost. That sort of thing. So
yeah. Well, it fits kind of the tone that you were describing when you were sort of saying like it's the sort of more cerebral moment on an album.
Definitely. And so I wanted to kind of go for that sort of like those type of lyrical themes. And in the second verse, I changed it slightly to talk about this was influenced by a meme, which I referenced earlier, which is like, I saw this on Instagram, I think. It's just a silly meme. It said something like, you know, we live on an earth where the food literally grows on the ground and it's free, yet I have a credit score. And I laughed at that. And then I thought, like, that is kind of true in a way. There's more to it than that, of course, but like, you know, so that's where you get lines like fruits and berries grow for miles beneath them, and the milk from cows flows free. Grains of harvest stored in isolation for the winter comes to sleep.
Well, I will say, with cows, you don't just kind of set them and forget them. Like, there is a bit of work that goes into...
Yeah, well, I thought they were just rivers, just white rivers. Just white rivers.
Come follow the cows. They'll take us to their white river of milk. Oh, that doesn't sound very...
Also, I've heard you should...
have to put you off your tea.
He said drinking his. But yeah, so I mean, that was basically it for that one, lyrically. And then I wanted to kind of mix it up. So in the verses, I'm just going A minor, and then I go up to the D minor, and then I do the E sus4 to E.
It's nice use of that major dominant there.
Yeah, definitely.
But you're also doing some like passing notes to get you back up to the D minor.
Oh yeah, so I'm going. The bass is going A B C D.
But you've got the third in there as well. It looks.
I do. I'm going. And these are chords my dad showed me long time ago, where you're playing on the A and B strings. I've talked about these before, I think, but like. You're playing the root of the chord and the third of the chord, I think is essentially what you're doing.
If anyone can play Blackbird by the Beatles, it's similar kinds of chord shapes, but you can find loads of variations of them in other stuff.
Absolutely, yeah. So I kind of had those up to the D minor, then like I say, E sus4 to E, and then in the chorus sort of section, the seasons change, but the ways of man remember, that sort of thing. I'm going F to C to E major to A minor to F to C to E sus4 to E, and that's pretty much it. In the bridge, we go to the D minor again, but we start on the D minor this time.
Yes, there are some very interesting things going on in the bridge.
So I'll play the bridge real quick just to recap if people can't remember. So it's like, find your way. So D minor. Find your way back home again. So we're going D minor, then D minor over A sharp.
Which kind of implies B flat major 7.
Right, yeah, good point.
You can read it either way.
Because I'm not using the D as a bass, I'm using the B flat. So yeah, it probably is more a B flat type of shape.
Or it's D minor over B flat.
Right. And then repeat that twice. And then we go B diminished.
That's
Am I right there? B diminished? We got
yes, yeah.
B, F, B, F.
Yeah, it was that top F that was throwing me a second, but yeah, that's an interesting way to sort of bar a diminished chord.
I was trying to find like the thickest way to play it, because usually when I play diminished, I usually kind of do it if I'm recording on multiple tracks. So I'll either kind of do down here on the fretboard, so like in a little diagonal line on
like
the
a power chord kind of shape, but just moving the fifth.
Exactly, yeah. Or I do. And I usually pair them together when I record. But with this one, I thought, how can I get as many strings ringing out as possible? So we got the A string, D string, G string, and B string.
Some stretch your fingers are having to do that.
I know, and I've got tiny hands.
Like by contrast, the way I tend to do diminished chords is it would be on the... It's sort of similar to the passing chords we were talking about earlier. The A string, D string, and B string. So for that one, that would be... Well, you can play these chords. So that's like... it'd be the 2, the 3, and the 3.
Oh, that's nice. I do know you do that, but that's
Well,
a nice...
I got that from you.
No.
Yes.
I told you I haven't got a memory. That's a much nicer voicing, actually.
But you lose something with that sort of getting that very high F.
Yeah, that's way uglier, which is kind of what I was going for. I wanted to put in something that was like really strange.
Sometimes you don't want your song to sound pretty. Sometimes you just want to sort of like make the audience think, is he all right?
Yeah, exactly. Why would he choose that? And then, so that's basically it. And then, of course, it resets to the E sus4 to E. Like that.
A little bit of falsetto.
Yeah, a little bit there.
Yeah.
Like, it just felt like fun and nice to do that, you know? And then let me think. That's all the music. What's the other thing I was going to say about
We've touched
this?
on a lot of the words.
Oh, the only other thing musically, and I think this is literally it for the song, is I wanted to have something that wasn't just strumming. So that's where I get...
It's kind of a little bit oh well.
Yes, yeah, very much so. Yeah, that kind of just like adding in a little bit of something there, just to break it up a little bit.
Oh well, or a little bit 39.
Yes, very much so. And so what we're doing there is we're going G, E, C, B, A. G, E, C, B, A. And on the guitar, when you pull it off, it has this quality that's better than the sum of its parts, I think. And, you know, that's the song. That's kind of all the components of it.
I really like this one. Like I said, I was getting like Tom Petty vibes. I'm thinking like, what's the song called? Running Down a Dream.
Oh, yeah. Same rhythm, same tempo.
That kind of vibe to it.
Yeah. I love that song. I love loads of Tom Petty stuff. That's awesome.
Are you looking to do anything with this song in future? There is a correct answer, but the correct answer is yes.
I mean, probably. I mean, yes. That's the one. I think probably what I do is just kind of what I just did just then, but like more refined and practiced.
I think you should have a rock kit behind you. I think you should have like a bassist, like doing a nice sort of not grungy, but like bit dirty bass.
Yeah.
And then like a sort of country rock, but like leaning towards the rock more than the country. I want you to do this like a Tom Petty song, okay?
Yeah, so you reference Running Down a Dream as your main
Yes.
reference track.
Yes.
Yeah, I think that's definitely an argument for that. But then I guess I need to open myself up to that because that's a great idea. In
And
my
then
mind,
like,
when I was
you get that little fun rock performance. You get like the little growl on certain words. And you get to, I can't believe it. Like, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, thanks. That's encouraging. You like it.
Nature, Father Time.
Yeah, the real grit to it. No, that'd be fun. I'd like that. But yeah.
Well, it's giving me little Foo Fighter vibes there as well.
Oh, interesting.
A little bit.
Yeah, we had a comment from my dad earlier in the season to say that your first song was like a Foo Fighters-esque song.
That was lovely. Thank you.
But yeah, that's my song for this week.
That's lovely. Brilliant. Love it.
So, have you bought us an outro?
So that's it from this episode of the Weekly Song Podcast. Thank you very much for joining us. If you have any thoughts about anything that you've seen in the show, particularly if you want Roger to record that song and make it a nice, cool, rocky affair, and then please write into him at weeklysongpodcast@gmail.com. Or if you've got any other comments on the show as well, write into there. We love reading emails. You can find us online and in several places. We have an Instagram.
At Weekly Song Podcast.
What else do we have? Do we have a Facebook?
No. We probably should.
We used to have a Facebook.
They say you should focus on one social media platform. Really go for it.
Instagram.
Instagram, that's the one.
We also have a, is it a cookie or a coffee?
Yeah, we have a coffee. I think it's coffee, like as in buy me a coffee type of thing, which is spelt weird, which adds confusion, but can't be more. It's ko-fi.com/weekly song podcast. And if you're enjoying the show and you want to just kind of do, it's not like a monthly thing, just like a one-time, what do they call it? Not donation. Like, if you want to send us like £5, basically.
Yeah, if you just want to chuck us a virtual tip.
Yeah, absolutely. Helps with the upkeep of the show. And
enables him to sort of book some studio time that he can get that song recorded. I'm not letting this go. If you are watching us on YouTube and you want to hear the audio version, you can find that anywhere that you find good podcasts. If you are listening to the audio version and you want to see what we look like, head over to YouTube. Prepare to be either disappointed or amazed. Those are the only two answers. If you've not seen the video version of the podcast before, leave a comment with your answer to that one. We have a recording project together,
we do indeed,
which is called Schnookums.
SCHOOK.
No, you've missed a letter.
Okay.
N.
N.
Let's try that again. SCHNOOKUMS.
It's been a long day, sorry folks.
Oh, we are being very, very silly. We make albums better than we say the band name. We have released an album called Attaboy.
Yes, we're very proud of it.
It's very, very good. Half my songs, half your songs.
Completely co-produced. Played half the instruments each.
We played half the instruments each. You were in the producing chair. I was just in the background going like, yeah, it sounds alright. Put an effect on it. And make my bit louder. And we said louder.
I will say, that is production. I just bought a laptop with me. That's my only contribution.
I just had the project where everything was. But yeah, we have that. That's really fun. Roger.
Yes.
You also have a lot of music out there in the wilds of the internet.
I must admit, I do.
Please tell the lovely people where they can find your music and where they can, perchance, listen to it.
Is this your David Attenborough version?
It seems to be.
It's becoming it.
It's David Attenborough mixed with Matt Berry.
Yeah, so you can find my music at rogerheathers.bandcamp.com is where all my albums are. You can also find me on Spotify, Apple Music, and all other streaming services by searching Roger Heathers. And follow me on Instagram at Roger Heathers. And Declan, where can people find you, your music, your new EP, The Big Scary, and everything else you have online?
Yee! Anywhere you listen to music, type in the words Declan Kitchener and Big Scary. You'll find the most recent EP I've done. I'm actually really pleased with it. I recorded most of the stuff. Drums are by Bo Payne, a friend of mine. Roger turns up on several tracks before performing some wonderful backing vocals. And mixed and mastered by Fletcher James, who I have no idea how he made me sound that good. Go check that out.
It's such a great EP. Well worth a listen.
I also have some other stuff. That's about as much as you're getting on that one. Yeah, so that's about it.
Yeah. That's all things.
We will see you, as format dictates, next week. Until then, all that's left is to say, this is so uncomfortable. All that's left is to say ta-ra. Ta-ra!
Ta-ra!